Hi there folks, Borislav247 here with another Days Gone mission video, and on this video I'm going to show you all how to take out the mission that is called Here's a Little Chaos. Now this is one of the first missions that you will ever encounter that involves anarchists, and very pleased to say this camp is a lot of fun to take on when you do it in the right way, because this particular one can give problems. There is only two ways in which to actually get into this camp. It is surprisingly very well defended, especially with bear traps and noise traps, but I have four very good methods to show in order to take out this camp very successfully. So without any further ado, let's get cracking. Right then, as always with these camp missions, you actually have to be assigned them before you can take them on. And for this particular mission, it is Mark Copeland that you need to see in order to get the job.
You're not gonna believe this one.
I don't know, Cope. I've seen a lot of unbelievable shit these past couple of years. Try me.
Yeah, mystery. You remember the anarchists? Came through a year ago, maybe more, killing anyone in their path, leaving their little piles of stones everywhere they went?
Anarchists? Yeah, we had a couple of run-ins with them back in the day.
Well, they're back. Two of my people stumbled into their camp while out hunting deer. Only Bender made it back. She said it was anarchists. Each of them had the symbol painted on their face.
Jesus, where? Where does she see the camp?
I'll mark it on your map. You find them and kill every last one of them. We got enough crazy up here dealing with rippers. Don't need anarchists moving back in.
You get that right. I'll find them.
You goddamn right I'll find them. Right. I'm just going to bring up on the map exactly where this mission takes place, because it is right in the top section of Cascade, pretty much around about the northeast area. And there we go, it's right up there. So, now that we know where it is, let's get to it. Right then, the first method for taking out this particular camp has to be a sniper rifle option, because when you actually see how well set up this camp is, and the fact that there is a number of long shots that you potentially have to take, yeah, the sniper rifle just makes complete sense. Now, as always for these particular mission videos, I only use weapons that would be available to you at the time. And now I actually have a C8 rifle. This is obtainable when you basically get a Trust Level 2 from Lost Lake. Now, for every one of these methods, you always have to start by taking out the anarchist that has the sniper rifle, because this guy is really on the money in terms of spotting you when you're trying to get over to this camp. But there is two pretty much foolproof ways of getting the job done. I'm going to show this one first because it is probably the safest of the two. From a great distance here, you can just take your time. You've got cover from that particular rock, so you're never seen. Once you've taken them out, or more to the point here, once I've taken them out, this is what I like to do. For the next couple of shots, I like to use a primary weapon just to take out the next two anarchists, because quite simply they are short range shots. So I'd rather save the sniper rifle for when I need it, because obviously as you're using the sniper rifle more and more, even though I have suppressors on all the weapons that I always use, the suppressors will start to degrade, and eventually, yeah, the anarchists will start hearing the shots. But if you take the time to take out one or two close targets with a primary weapon, you won't have this problem. Now, I'm waiting for one of the anarchists that'll come up from in the camp area. We'll walk all the way up to the top here, and here he comes, bang on cue. Okay, and there is one more anarchist in the top section here. And there we go, very nice. Now I have the high ground. The rest of them are either over on the other side of the camp or are in the very bottom section. But before I get to the area that I need to get to, there is a number of traps to take care of. There are two noise traps and two bear traps. So I've taken out the first noise trap. That now is the first bear trap. So I'm picking it up, placing it back down, and that's it. It'll give me no more problems. Next noise trap right here. That needs to be taken care of too. And finally, one more bear trap right over here. Again, just going to pick it up, replace it, and that's it. I can walk over it now. Not a problem. And here we go. Now this camp is opened up well and proper. Now, there are 3 anarchists that I like to take out first, because it is almost like in 3 sections here. That one over on the far side there, a nice easy target, and this one is not much harder. They're both stationary targets. Then this one right here. Now, that just leaves 6 left. There are 4 of them in the main section, but there are 2 over on the far side. That's them there. The other 4 are always over there, and 2 of those are, well, 2 of those have a bit more protection in the way of armor on top, but I'll deal with them very near the end. Right now, I'm just waiting for those 2 to separate themselves, and now they've done so, now they're getting it. Very nice. This one can sometimes be quite tricky because he does move around quite a lot. Just going to try and take him out here. Oh, he's stopped. Thank you very much. Now, for the last 4, I'm actually going to move along a touch because I just want to get a little bit closer to the action, but you also, by moving over here, get a much better shot. What I like to do is the first of these 2 that I'm going to take out, I like to try and take out without the use of focus, just so that I can use focus on the second anarchist that's right beside him. And that now just leaves these 2. They have no idea where I am because I've been quiet, so it is going to be 4 shots in total. You basically have to get the helmet off every time, and then after that, it's a nice easy kill. So I've just about got this lot taken care of, just waiting for this one to, yep. That's it. Job done. That is why I recommend the sniper rifle for this particular mission so highly. Right then, for this second run, I have to show incendiary bolts. This is a fantastic way to take out any mission because these bad boys are exceptionally easy to aim with and they do a fantastic job. However, if you're playing on Survivor or Survivor 2, make sure that this particular skill is in place before you do so. If you do not have the knocked up skill unlocked, you will not be able to take out any Marauder, Ripper or Anarchist with one shot with one of these bad boys. So, you have been warned. However, I do have it in place, and to start with, I am actually going to show the second way in which to get over to the sniper's position quite safely. This is a tad trickier than the first because you're more reliant upon Deke's walking line. If you just do the way that I do here, I'm using trees and whatnot just as natural cover, gets me to a fantastic spot here, and yeah, very nice. So now that I've got the sniper taken care of, it's very similar to the previous run, as in I want to get these other 2 anarchists that are going to be on this top section taken care of. Because once you have those taken care of, these first 3, that's it, you pretty much own the top section. And having the high ground here is of a huge advantage. So, I do have a little bit longer to wait here as well because I've just taken the direct route straight up. In the previous one, I did go to the bottom section, then work my way around, but I shouldn't have too long to wait now. This particular anarchist always walks up this way. And there he is. Okay, thank you very much. And as I mentioned before, the aiming is so bloody easy because you're not looking for headshots every time. Just any part of the body that these bad boys hit, and that's it. The job is done. So, again, I've got these noise traps and bear traps to take care of. You could just leave them and just avoid them if you know where they are, but I mean, honestly, it's more in your interest just to take care of them. That way, then you have free movement in this area. Okay, now that I've got them taken care of, yeah, happy days. This is going to be fun. Now, I do not expect to take out this entire camp without being spotted. I don't care when they actually realise that something is up, because what they basically start doing is running around like headless chickens. And it's a lot of fun. You just basically pick them off as they're just running about aimlessly. And as you can see, they're already in that panic mode. And I'm just a case of, yep, no problem, I'll just, oh, there we go, a twofer. Very nice. how we doing here? As you can see, you get good bang for your buck here, as opposed to a Molotov where you need a number of items just to craft one Molotov. You get 3 incendiary bolts every time with these, and at this stage in the game, you should be bloody loaded with items. You'll probably have to carry that weight skill about you as well, so you can carry more of every item. And already, while I've been talking through that, that's it. Job done. Okay, on to the next. Right then, folks, on to the third method, and this is what I simply like to call the cover method. It's fairly self-explanatory once you actually see how this entire camp gets taken out. But to start with, I am going to use the sniper rifle for the very first shot. In fact, that is the only time I will use a sniper rifle. So just want to get the suppressors on the weapons that I'm going to be using. The main weapon is going to be the MWS. Simple as. And when you see how this plays out, you'll see why you don't need much else. But I'm going to the kill location number 1 for this sniper. It is just a tad safer. You never ever get spotted when you basically approach this one this way. You can just peer out there, take your time, and yeah, very nice. Okay, that is me finished with the sniper rifle for this particular run, that's for sure. So at this point, I'm just going to head up the hill section here, as opposed to going all the way round like I did before. Truth be told, that wasn't actually really necessary. I was just being overcautious. Given how long it actually takes for the next anarchists to actually show themselves, yeah, this is probably the better way of doing it. But it doesn't matter. It's all about just making sure that you are not seen. That is the main goal when taking out this particular mission. Because once they do spot you, or if they spot you, yeah, it can be quite tricky. There's quite a number of them. 2 of them are very well armed indeed, and you're going to get problems if they do know where you are. But throughout all of my runs that I show, that simply isn't the case. So that's the second of 12 taken care of. Here comes the third. Usually always appears just after that second, and nice. Okay, the next area that I'm going to is right here. It's a little bit lower down, but it funnels all of the anarchists very nicely over to this section once they realise something's up. And by the way, another word of warning here, there are 1 or 2 bear traps in this bush section here, so don't go too far down or you will get into trouble. So I'm just going for it here. I don't mind that they're going to notice that something is up. In fact, I'm counting on it. Very similar to the incendiary bolts, but this time, yeah, they have an idea of where the shots are coming from, so they're all basically congregating towards me. And I'm just going to pick them off whenever I get the chance. Okay, that wasn't good there, but as long as I get this one pretty quickly here, yeah, very nice. And already, as you can see, how good is this? I've already just about taken out this entire camp. 1 left. Okay, I could go in guns blazing now if I wanted to, but the last one is one of the best armed anarchists going here, so I am going to wait. Just make sure to get that helmet off. Yeah, I don't have to worry too much now about being accurate because he's the only one that's left. And there we go. Very nice. Right, just one more method to show, and this is a beauty. Right then, on to the final method, and it pains me to say the final method, but the reason being is that there is no hordes near enough by that I can use to take out this mission. But if you ever want to see an advert for why residue bolts are so good to use, just watch this takeout and you'll see exactly why. Now, as you can see on screen, I've got plenty more items should I need to craft any more residue bolts. And I am taking the time just to make sure that the residue bolts are definitely armed. So, now that I'm good with them, I'm basically looking to get over to this sniper via location 2. Slightly riskier, but as long as you follow the line that I do, taking advantage of the natural cover, it's all good. You get a much closer shot, and very unusually, because this one is basically, he's not under the influence just yet, but he's going to be very soon. I just take that time to get over here because this is where the rest of the attack is going to take place from. So he can get it, that one can get it, and you know what? Let's try and get a fourth into play here. One of those over there, very nice. Okay, let's just see what happens, as well as obviously making sure that I have some more residue bolts in place. This will not take long. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that do not favour residue bolts, and for the love of God, I can't understand why. But right, this one over here, very important. Now, I didn't get him with the first one. It does need to be a low shot. But once you get this one under the influence, oh man, this one will just about clear out this entire camp. These ones, whenever you get the chance, always try and take them out. Usually a shot to the thigh, or at least certainly below the waist, and you can guarantee that these particular ones will do a very good job. I always look for these type when taking out ambush camps, because they take out so many marauders whenever they let loose. But obviously in this case, it's an anarchist. Now, there's only one left, and it is the one that is under the influence of the residue bolt. I don't need to do nothing. He is going to die, and fairly soon, because he's been under the influence for quite a long time here. So I just have to wait, and there we go. And that's it. That is, here's a little chaos well and truly taken care of. Thank you so much for watching the video, folks, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Take care.